A very good morning and welcome to this Thursday session of Yoga Live. Sit comfortably, keep your thighs, hips firmly on the floor, lift the side of the trunk, broaden across the chest. Feel the extension from the hip to the sternal area, so the lower abdomen, feel that lift and feel that broaden as you draw the navel in. So there's a slight lift and a push. Take the arms out to the side, turn the palms to face up. Bend the elbows towards the sides of the trunk. Take the elbows slightly back. Keep the palms spread, keep the fingers spread. The sternum, move the navel in. Join the palms together. So the elbows draw slightly back to open the chest. Lift your ears, lift the crown of the head. Close your eyes and focus on the breath. We'll begin by chanting Om 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Om. Slowly release your hands. Open your eyes. Place your fingertips on the floor. Roll the shoulders back. Breathing in, raise up the head. Take the head all the way back. And now feel the lift from the navel to the sternum. So the first extension is from the navel to the sternum. And now lift from the sternum to the chin as you raise the head. Take your ears back. And now move the lower shoulder blade into the body to open the chest. Maintain the position of the chest and the shoulder blades. Release your chin to the chest. Length of the cervical spine. So there's a bit of a different action here. The navel goes in, the sternum comes forward. The shoulder blades move in and the chin drops to the chest. Breathing in, raise up the head. Take the head all the way back once again. And as you breathe out, release the chin to the chest. Bring your head to the neutral position. Interlace your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, raise up the arms, upper arms in line with the ear. Just stretch the armpit, lift the sternum. Once again, lift from the navel to the sternum. And from the sternum to the armpits, can you stretch and take the upper arm slightly behind the ear. Maintaining the position of the armpits, release your fingers and bend the elbows to face them. So there's a lift in the elbows, there's a lift in the sternum, and the navel recedes slightly. Stretch the armpit and lift. Lift the trunk out of the hips and release your hands. Release your hands. This is excellent for the shoulders and the upper back. Interlace your fingers once more, this time changing the bind of your interlock. Rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, raise up the arms, a full extension. Upper arms behind the ear. Lift the sternum, soften the abdomen. Lift the trunk out of the hips. Use your breath now, breathe in to lift the trunk. Release your hands and bend your elbows, crossing your wrists and stretch. Move the navel in, move the shoulder blade into the body. Lift the sternum, lift the armpits and lift the wrist. Raise up your arms, release your hands. Stretch out the legs for Upavistapradasana. Heels away from you, toes towards you. Lengthen the backs of the legs, so stretch the heel away from you on the right side, stretch the heel away from you on the left side. Engage your thighs, and now fold your legs in for Bhekasana. In Bhekasana, join the soles of the feet. The toes joined, the ball of the feet joined, the heels joined. Hold onto your ankles and lift. Lift the trunk out of the hips. Lift the navel, lift the sternum. Lower shoulder blade into the body to open the chest and look. Now feel the length of the trunk, not from the hip, but can you feel it from the floor? The knees move down, the thighs move down. Feel as if the perineum is also lifting. The navel, lift the sternum and look up. Forward. Place your gaze forward. Place your fingertips behind you. Roll the shoulders back. And once again, draw the knees down, draw the thighs down, press your feet firmly together. Lift the navel off the floor. Lift the sternum, move the lower shoulder blade into the body and into the up. Openness in the abdomen, yet an openness in the chest and an openness in the pelvic area. Release. Release. Stretch your legs. Dandasana, keep the legs straight. Keep the legs straight. And fold your legs in for Virasana. So Virasana, the legs are outside. If you need support, take support. Now with this action, lift the navel off the floor, lift the sternum, roll the shoulders back. Interlace your fingers once more, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you, and lift. Lift the trunk out of the hips. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, stretch the armpit, lift the arms. The buttocks move down, the knees move down. Then press down to lift the trunk. That's the action. Breathe out and release your hands. Come to sit on your heels. So join your feet together to sit on your heels. And sit tall. Press your fingertips on the floor. Now press your sitting bones onto your heels to lift the navel away from the floor. Lift the sternum away from the navel. And take your fingertips slightly behind you. Move the lower shoulder blade into the body. It's as if you're preparing for Ustrasana. Keep the openness of the chest. Broaden across the collarbones. From here, take your knees apart. Take your knees apart. Now feel the openness of the pelvic area. Lift the navel away from the floor. Lift the sternum away from the navel. Broaden across the collarbones. Breathing in, raise up your arms, a full extension. Lift the trunk out of the hips. Turn the palms to face behind you. Cross your wrists, stretch the armpit. The thighs move down, the hips move down. So there's a downward action. There's a downward action from the hips, the thighs, and the heels. But from the hip, lift the navel away from the floor, lift the sternum away from the navel, stretch the armpits, lift the elbows. Can you move that lower shoulder blade into the body to open the chest? And feel that lift and extension and the openness. There's a slight concave action in the back. Raise up the arms and change the crossing of your wrist. Stretch the armpits, lift the elbows, move the lower shoulder blade into the body. Press your thighs down to lift the trunk. So lift the navel first, lift the sternum, then the armpits, then the elbows. Breathe out and release. Breathe out and release. Place your fingertips in front of the knees. Walk your hands forward slightly. Move that lower shoulder blade into the body and go. Further forward, press your fingertips on the floor. Move the navel forward, move the sternum forward, the lower shoulder blade into the body and place your fingertips once again besides the hip. Can you take your knees wider apart? Take your knees wider apart than usual. As if you're doing a wide Mandukasana, with your knees wider apart. Raise up the arms once more. Bend at the elbows and place your fingertips on each shoulder. Don't cross at this stage. Lift the armpits, lift the elbows, soften the abdomen. Move the navel in, move the lower shoulder blade into the body and this is an extended frog pose, Kugan Naidoo. And release your hands. We're going to now come to lie in the prone position. So that was Uttan Mandukasana, extended frog pose. But Bhekasana is also known as a frog. So you'll find that you move the lower shoulder blade into the body. There was an extension of the chest. Come to Ardha Bhujangasana. Place your elbows below the shoulders. Spread your palms, spread your fingers. The same action of the lower shoulder blade moving into the body. Now raise up your right foot and draw the heel towards the bottom. This is the action. Draw the heel towards the bottom. Change. And now the left foot. Draw the heel towards the bottom. Release. For this action, there's an extension from the hip to the knee. So you'll find that the quadricep muscle extends as you bend the knee. So now lift the knee slightly, move the knee away from the hip, both legs, stretch the thigh and move the knee away from the hip. Fold your right leg, lift it and extend the knee away from the hip. And now feel that from the hip to the knee there's a length. This gives you stability in the supine poses. Now hold on to your foot, either from the outside or the inside. Hold on to your foot, keep the trunk lifted, and now can you draw your heel towards the bottom? Lengthening that quadricep area. This is excellent for your knees, your ankles, and your legs. So yesterday we focused on individual leg strengthening. This is also part of it. And release. And change legs. Bend up the left leg. Extend the knee away. Hold on to your foot from the outside or the inside and draw the foot in towards the hip. Release. One more time. Raise up the right. Extend the knee away from the hip. And now take your arm to the outside. Hold on to the ankle and draw the foot in. See if your foot can touch the buttock by lengthening the thigh away. Move that lower shoulder blade into the body to give you more lifting in the chest. Broaden across the collarbone. If you can, reach for your toes and turn your palms so your fingers face forward. So this is the action. If you're holding your foot, swivel on the palm so that the fingers and the toes are in one direction and press your foot towards the floor or towards the bottom. Press your foot towards the floor, heel towards the floor or heel towards the bottom and look forward. Change legs. Raise up the left. Hold on to the outside of the foot. Draw the foot in. If you can, swivel the palm so that your fingers and your toes face forward and press the foot. Press the foot and draw the heel towards the bottom or to the outside of the hip. You'll feel the stretch in the quadricep muscle. And release. Release. Keep the legs outstretched. Stretch both legs away from you. This time, press your palms down and lift the chest. This is all we're doing. Move the lower shoulder blade into the body, so you're not coming into a full Bhujangasana, but rather just lifting the trunk. Lift the trunk. Press your elbows. If you're finding any tiredness, take your feet out to the side, draw your heels in for Makrasana, cross your palms and rest the head. You can turn the head to the side and keep the forehead on. While watching, just watch the next sequence. So we used each leg independently. Now we're going to do both legs together. Raise up your feet, watch, and extend your knees away from the hips so the quadricep is extended. This is Dhanurasana preparation. Take your right hand across, hold onto your ankle. Take your left hand across, hold onto your ankle. Lift your knees and lift the chest at the same time. Look forward. Release and come down. This is also good for the abdominal area, your knees, the joints and the spine. So the work is to lift and look up. Let's try that. Place your elbows below the shoulders. Bend both your knees. Draw your heels towards the bottom. Take your right hand from the outside. Hold on to your ankles. Take your left hand from the outside. Hold on to your ankles. If this is all you can do, it's fine. Perfectly fine if you're here. The work is now to move the ankles away. You'll find that as the ankles moved away, the chest lifted and look up. If you can, lift your knees off the floor and look forward. Release and rest. Slowly raise up the chest once more. Bend your knees. And for Bhekasana, we're going to do Bhekasana with both legs. So take your right hand, hold on to the tops of the feet. Take your left hand, hold on to the tops of the feet. And draw the feet in toward the floor and look forward. The elbows are lifted. Lengthen the quadricep away. Press the heel towards the bottom and look up. Those of you that can, swivel on your palm. Turn your fingers to face the toe side and press the toes. Bring the heel to the side of the buttock or the buttock. So this is the action. Press your palms down and release. And come to rest in Makrasana. Cross your palms. Take your toes out to the side. Drop your heels straight. Palms beside the chest. Press to come to sit once again. Sit back into Vajrasana. Take your knees wide and look up. Look up. Flexibility in the hips, the quadricep muscle, and walk forward. Walk forward once again. Move the lower shoulder blade into the body. Lengthen the navel away from the floor. Lengthen the sternum away from the navel. Spread your fingers, spread your palms, and stretch forward. Maintain the concave action of the back. Now move the groins back, move the thighs back as you extend the spine forward. Release your forehead onto the Soften the abdomen and focus on just the exhalation. Walk your hands back. Walk your hands back. And come to lie flat on your back. Come to lie flat on your back. Both hands draw the right knee towards chest. Keep the left knee lifted. Feel the lumbar spine settle. Release and change legs with both hands. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Your feet. Draw your heels in towards the buttock. Similar to what you did in Bhekasana, your heels were on the buttock. Wrap your wrists around your heels or around your ankles and pull them in. Lift the lower shoulder blade, broaden across the chest. Feel the upper back muscles roll down the back. Weight of the body onto your feet and your shoulders. Breathing in, lift into Chatushpadasana. Move that lower shoulder blade into the body. Forearms down. Press the feet down. Lift the thighs. Lift the buttock. Lift the navel. Draw the sternum towards the chin. Breathe out and release. One more time, press firmly on your feet. Press your feet down. Lift the hips. Shift the weight of the body onto the shoulders and the feet. And soften the abdomen and lift. Lift the navel, lift the sternum. Out, release. With both hands, draw both your knees in towards the chest for Mandukasana. And straighten your legs for Shavasana. Soften the abdomen, roll out your thighs away from each other. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Lift the lower shoulder blade to keep the chest open. Release your thighs to the floor. Roll out your thighs. Roll the upper arm away. And focus on just the exhalation. Place both your hands on the abdomen. Raise up your knees one by one, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Up the right arm all the way past the right ear. Roll over to your right side. And press to come to sit. Your posture. Can you feel the extension of the quadricep muscle, the flexibility of the knee joint and the ankle joint? Lift the navel away from the floor. Lift the sternum away from the navel. Slightly bend the elbows to broaden across the collarbones. Lift your ears away from the shoulder, creating space in the neck. The crown of the head. Draw the elbows in towards the sides of it. Join your palms together. Feel the openness of the chest, the softness of the abdomen, and the strength of the legs. Eyes closed, and focus on the Go deep breath in. As you breathe out, release the chin to the chest. As you breathe in, slowly raise up your head. And open. Wonderful day, and we will meet tomorrow.